Do you love sexy boys? Well, have I got a game for you.
No. Wait.
Don't click away. Really, don't go anywhere. It was just a joke. But seriously, if you screamed yes, well, really, this is the game for you. No joke.
Then I start to taste them. I say,
But if you wanted to click away and you're still here, okay, let's talk about Touken Ranbu Warriors and why I chose that as my intro. What's going on, everyone? I am Dom from the Game Looters, and today we are talking about Touken Ranbu Warriors. Shout out to Koei Tecmo for the code to allow us to play this game. So I am a person that is familiar with the Warriors series, but wouldn't necessarily call myself a fan. I have dabbled in the Dynasty Warriors games back on the PS2 days, but never really saw the appeal. It wasn't until recently that I can say I am now a fan of the Warrior-style games, with recent entries like Fire Emblem Warriors, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and my absolute favorite Persona 5 Strikers, and obviously more to come with the new Fire Emblem Three Hopes game just around the corner. So when I saw the code in my inbox for Touken Ranbu, I was honestly pretty excited as I have never heard of this series, but with an open mind and an open heart, I jumped right into this game. So, what is Touken Ranbu? Great question. Even after playing the game, I couldn't really tell you what it is, as within the first few hours, I got the feeling that I was missing a lot of context. There were pretty boys getting thrown at my face, a story about protecting the history, and these enemies called the HRA. Oh, and a cute fox that told me what to do and where to go. So of course, like any well-veteraned video game player, I followed the fox. And through many battles, boys losing clothing, and a photo mode I may have spent too much time in, I protected history. Yay me! Okay, for real, let's talk about why you clicked on this video though. To hear a review and really just to hear, should you buy the game or should you add it to your collection? First off, this game was only released on the Nintendo Switch and the PC, so I would call this game a Switch exclusive here in the West, which is super interesting. So before considering if this game's really good or not good, are you a collector? If so, you're going to want to add this to your collection, as this should go on to be one of those rare games because it is exclusive on the Switch. Now, Touken Ranbu Warriors, just like other Warrior entries, is an action game that takes an inspiration and source material from Otome games in the same name. Now, earlier I mentioned how it felt like I was missing context, and this was super correct. This game is based off simulation games that never released here in the West called Spirit of the Blades. And the characters featured in Ranbu Warriors derive from those past entries and Otome games. 15 of those famous swords from those games are thrown into this game to make up the Warriors game. The premise of this specific game is that you and the 15 warriors are part of the Touken Danshi, and you have been drifting through time without a master. All of a sudden, we are attacked by the previously mentioned HRA, or otherwise known as the History Retrograde Army. No, I didn't make that up, trust me. And after the attack, the government, who I don't know who they really are, they just kind of reached out to us via a fox, they have you go on a mission to protect time. Specifically, the Sengoku era, where Japanese history is already being altered. Can you, the Touken Danshi, really protect our current reality? Short answer, yeah, we could totally do that. So Ranbu Warriors offers two modes, easy and regular. I played through the game on both modes, and easy is what it is. It's stupidly easy. It's basically mashing Y and a few other buttons here and there. And regular mode, honestly, is almost the same exact thing, but with difficulty of the enemies and those surrounding put up just a bit. Both modes I found are pretty easy, but I will say if you want a easy breezy, go right through it and enjoy just turning your brain off and have a story, then go on easy. If you want a little bit of a challenge, or you just want a quote-unquote normal playthrough, then choose regular. Now, the story of Touken Ranbu, it is offered through cutscenes, visual novel-style dialogue, and banter among the 15 characters in and out of battle. Outside of battle, you will play with more characters, and you will play with them in pairs. As they're in pairs, they gain relationship and affinity. And this relationship and affinity level will unlock dialogue scenes between the characters. Most of these are pretty forgettable, but if you have certain favorite boys, then you can learn more about their past, their history, their likes, their dislikes, and a bunch of other things. Overall, the presentation of the game is pretty nice. And story, although the story is pretty shallow, and it's really just there to be filler as to why you're beating up random demon characters throughout history, it is overly, very nicely rendered, and the game is beautiful to look at. Oh yeah, have I mentioned, this game is absolutely gorgeous. And on the Switch, it runs like a dream. It has tons of on-screen action to juice up your eyeballs with, and I'm talking about gorgeous moves, combos, and action-filled, just tons of sparkle on the screen. And when you pair up with characters, you get to see them do specials. You get to see action prompts that end up leading to cool action sequences. All of what you want from these cool sequences are all there, and they look absolutely awesome on the Switch with no frame dips, and they absolutely run great whether you're on docked or handheld. So what are my thoughts on Touken Ranbu? The gameplay is a lot of fun, and after I realized I didn't understand nor really care about the story, this made for a great on-the-couch, watch TV, kill a bunch of enemies, and just have a lot of fun with style and flair. I really gravitated to just a few characters, which the game totally allows you to do, and really avoided playing with the other 10 boys, unless I had to for, fun and story purposes and certain levels, which I totally appreciated. I didn't really vibe with a lot of the characters, but that's to be expected when you have so many. The music in the game is absolutely top-notch, really breathing that Edo and Sengoku period. The vibes really hit. And it was really hitting home with when it was trying to convey all the sound effects. And even the voice acting is pretty good. Although I will say one of my biggest pet peeves with the voice acting, although being very good, is the game's complete lack of localization. Around 30% of the dialogue isn't localized or even subbed for that matter, which to my demise, I really don't understand in 2022 how that is okay. So, the characters, they speak a lot, and I mean absolutely a lot. And before certain action sequences and story beats happen, the characters will speak, but it's not subbed, so you have no idea what they're saying. And during the action and the gameplay, on the top left of your screen, dialogue will appear as the characters are speaking while you're fighting. But you're fighting, you're busy, you're not going to be able to read. So really, this is one of those areas to where complete, full English localization and even English localization and voice acting would have been great here. And in 2022, it's very hard to play a game that doesn't have complete English localization. Now, the loading, there is loading times on the Switch, but it is pretty quick and snappy, and it even offers you a cute little fox friend that you can make jump while you wait. Overall, graphics and presentation of the game are some of the best I have seen in this genre on the Nintendo Switch. Now, what I disliked outside of the voice acting and the localization is the convoluted, confusing story that is really just these random 15 sexy guys are stuck in the year 2022-05. Give them a job and they're gonna go protect history. Oh yeah, in the Sengoku period as well. Here's a talking fox and a government that we really don't know more about. Your job is to just go do it. Boom, beat them up. Now, without being really with being spoiled, just to be honest, from past games like the Fire Emblem or the Hyrule Wars, like Persona 5 Strikers, that have amazing stories that really take you through the whole adventure, this game was a big letdown in that specific regard. But the gameplay, it is super fun. It gets hard to bust out more than a couple of hours, though, because the story is pretty much non-existent. So my motivation to move on from mission to mission is kind of not there. But I repeat, it is fun, but it can get boring with nothing and to really drive and motivate you forward. There's also a robust photo mode, but I was mad I couldn't do more poses, and, not that I would have anyways, but for those who want the poses for the sexy husbandos, it would have been a nice little touch. There's also a home base where you can have your husbandos do tasks, but every time you check in on them, they're not really doing anything. This is a big missed opportunity to really see them, living out the scenes that you put them in. Lastly, the game messed up by not giving you one character that you can just kind of insert yourself into. Instead, it offers up 15 characters. In Hyrule, you're Link. In Persona, you're Joker. But here, you're whoever you want to insert yourself in, which is okay. But because nobody's really extremely well written, it would have benefited by just having one driving character. Also, I know this game was built from an Otome game, but it didn't give me options like where's my romancing options and huge visual novel cutscenes. Those type of games aren't really my cup of tea, but if I'm going to play one, I'm going all in, baby. Final thoughts, the game's gorgeous, it's super niche, lacks a compelling story, and doesn't have a recap mode for those who know nothing about it, and the lack of full localization hurts the absorption into the game even more. I had fun with this game, and I will buy the physical for collection purposes. But will I ever play Touken Ranbu Warriors again? Short answer is no. Well, we over here at the Game Looters give this game a 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and the support means a whole lot. Hit the like button before you guys leave, and check out other reviews on screen now. We'll see you on the next one.